what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, July 24th, 2017. What's going on? How are ya? I got to keep my voice down. I got my little one here is sleeping in the next room. I am in New York City. I got a little acting gig here on a little movie in a little city called New York City. For the next week, I'll be doing that shit. So I'm acting during the day and night, whenever the hell they have me doing it. And then I come home and I look at the scripts that we're working on for Efforts for Family. And I don't know. That's become my life here. I actually did one spot this weekend, though. I went over to the Gotham Comedy Club. Hadn't been there in fucking years. Went over there, had a great time. And try to maybe pop in and do another spot maybe next weekend or something, just to, so I don't forget all my fucking jokes. But Jesus Christ, has New York changed? I can't believe it. Like, everybody lives in Brooklyn now. I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of people still living in Manhattan, but, like, I don't know. Manhattan's weird now. Like, they took it too far. Like, I remember when I first lived here, like, Manhattan was scary. Like, you were always kind of, being aware of people around you. I remember buying, like, a jacket and a hat, trying to look tougher than I really was. Just trying anything you could do to, keep that fucking thing off you. And even then, I guess it was way better, obviously, than it was in the 70s and the crack 80s and everything. And Giuliani had just taken over. But somewhere along the line, man, they just took it too far. I felt like I was in, like, Sacramento or something. Not saying there aren't dangerous parts of Sacramento. There's dangerous parts of it. It just felt like it didn't feel like New York. Like there was no vibe. I guess it was kind of cool, like families and shit. It kind of it's starting to feel like a theme park. I know it's a weird thing to complain about, that it's like too safe, but it's just, I don't know. I'm probably just a grumpy old man. It's definitely not the city I remember. So, I was out in Brooklyn, rehearsing some of the shit that I got to do for next week. And, just going through there, oh my God, all the fucking high rises. Oh my God, all the fucking high rises and shit that they're building over there. And it's just not. I remember I used to date this woman that fucking lived off the G train like fucking 15 years ago, and it was like going to another fucking world. Now you go. I don't know what the fuck's going. I don't know. I'm just an old man going, this isn't the way it used to be. I went over there, and it's like we're all like the hipsters, but even everybody's so anti-hipster that even hipsters don't dress like hipsters anymore, but you can still see them, Now the new vibe is you sort of like, you have like the Conor McGregor haircut with the Good Charlotte tattoos and clothes, so you kind of look like, does this guy build custom motorcycles, or does he ride a tricycle with a giant front wheel? Is he making his own brew? Is he working one of those fucking breweries? It's none of that. The Michael Jackson pants that don't quite make it down to your fucking sneakers or shoes or whatever the fuck they are. So, I don't know. Like, Brooklyn's like, it's like nice now. I don't know. It's fucking... Jesus Christ. What I want to know is, where did all those people go when they white it all up? Like, where do all the rest of the people go? Where do all those restaurants go? Where does that vibe go? All that culture, where the fuck does it go? Everything just looks like a fucking Forever 21 now, and everything's just a giant glass luxury fucking apartment building. Who the fuck has all this money? I thought these fucking millennials were broke. They were coming out of college with all this college debt, and there were no fucking jobs. And all they do, I don't know what's going on. If you're trying to buy a house right now, it's like if you don't have, like, you try to buy a house and there's some Chinese guy or guy from the Middle East or a Russian guy that just comes in and just fucking bids all cash. I think, this is my fucking conspiracy theory, that Russia, China, and the Middle East are in cahoots with each other. And they're like, look, well, we can't, like, just go over and start bombing those guys. You know, the United States have nuclear weapons, and as we saw in World War II, they will use them not once but twice, right? So they know they can't do that. So I think what they're doing now is they're just going to fucking just slowly buy as much as they can and put a Chinese guy, a Russian or an Arab in all of those, and then they'll have infiltrated our country. Then they'll run for office, and then they'll just switch the whole fucking thing. Do I sound like that guy talking about our precious bodily liquids or fluids in Dr. Strangelove? I don't fucking know. I think this is a part of being my age where, like, you live long enough that you remember how it used to be, and now you're seeing it changing, and it's kind of freaking you out. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just one of those guys being like, wow, you know, when I die someday, like, no one's going to give a fuck, and this is just going to keep going, isn't it? I guess I'm not that important.